Okay, welcome back students. In this section, we will discuss about DC motor interfacing with microcontroller 8051. Same as stepper motor, most popularly DC motors are also preferred in many applications with 8051 kind of a microcontroller as well as especially with PEEK, because PWM feature is one thing which is used in many applications, communication related, control related, and there already since PEEK is having that one of the inbuilt facility in the form of its feature, so it's capture control operation under that PWM mode. So there also DC motors are interfaced whenever then along with that PWM feature they are used in different electrical or electronics applications. So in general, if we talk about DC motor, it is a direct current motor widely used that translates electrical pulses into again mechanical movements, same as stepper motor. In the DC motor, we have only plus and minus leads. So connecting them to DC voltage source moves the motor in one direction. By reversing the polarity, it will move in the opposite direction. So it is very easy to use and experiment with. Small fans like on the motherboards especially, their DC motors are used. Then by connecting the leads plus and minus voltage source, uh, directly you can operate it, while stepper motor moves in steps of 1 to 15 degrees and so on. The DC motor moves continuously. So that is the basic feature, or we can call it as a basic difference in comparison with a stepper motor. Now, in this particular session, we will go through the details little more, not all together from electrical point of view, but from controller point of view, what is exactly the use and how you can write a code. So that part also we will see. So the main objective is, in the beginning we will brief out about basically the DC motor as already I stated, and then the driver required. So one of the sample driver IC, just pin functions we will go through, and then a small program so as to drive the DC motor. So one by one we will go into the details. Now once again, in general, if we speak about a stepper motor, then the starting position we can easily, if we know, then we can easily count the number of steps the motor has moved and calculate the final position of the motor. But this is not possible in DC motor. The maximum speed of DC motor is indicated in RPM and is given directly in the datasheet. The DC motor has two RPMs, no load RPM and loaded RPM. The manufacturer's datasheet gives no load RPM conventionally. The no load RPM can be from few thousands to tens of thousands. The RPM is reduced when moving a load and it decreases as the load is increased by default. Now, like a drill turning a screw has much lower RPM speed than when it is in the no load situation. DC motor also have voltage and current rating. The nominal voltage is the voltage for the motor under normal conditions, and it can be from few volt to around hundreds of volt, that is 1 to 150 volt standard. Then generally, as we increase the voltage, the RPM definitely gets increased. The current rating is the current consumption when the nominal voltage is applied with no load, and can be in the range of few milliamperes, like generally 25 to 30 milliamperes it used to be. As the load increases, the RPM is decreased unless the current or voltage provided to the motor is increased, which in turn increases the torque. So with fixed voltage, as the load increases, the current consumption of DC motor is automatically going to get increased. So if we observe we overload the motor, then it will stall or it can damage the motor due to the heat generated by high current consumption. So you have to be very much particular in that sense. So in many projects of embedded systems, we may need to control DC motor. using microcontroller. It is not good to connect DC motor directly to the microcontroller, since the maximum current that can be synced from 8051 microcontroller is 15 milliampere at 5 volt. But in case of DC motors, we need generally more current in the range of approximately 25 milliampere and above. So it also needs more voltages as well. That is, there is a variety of voltage range as far as considered, 6 volt, 12 volt, 24 volt, etc., depending upon the type of the motor used. Now, one more thing to notice about DC motor is that back EMF produced by the motor may affect the proper functioning of the microcontroller, and reversing the direction can damage the controller. So this is also you have to take care and remember. Due to these reasons, we can't connect DC motor directly to the microcontroller. Here in this article itself will show you how to control it with the help of the drive. In case of motor, the mechanical energy produced is in the form of rotational movement of motor shaft. The direction of rotation of the shaft of the motor can be reversed by reversing the direction of direct current through the motor. The motor can be rotated at a certain speed by applying fixed voltage to it. If the voltage varies, the speed of the motor definitely is going to vary. Thus, the DC motor speed can be controlled by applying varying DC voltage, whereas the direction of rotation of the motor can be changed by reversing the direction of current flowing through it. For applying varying voltage, we can make use of PWM technique. This is where PWM comes in picture. For reversing the current, we can make use of H-bridge circuit or motor driver ICs that employ the H-bridge technique or any other mechanism. Now, in general, it is clockwise or counterclockwise, and the H-bridge control of DC motor is carried out with the help of we can have simple switches, like in parallel we can connect them, that is motor above side 2 switches and the below again 2 switches, and one by one we can make the configuration of the switches. So this is going to form a bridge. To overcome the problems in their interfacing, a motor driver IC is connected between microcontroller and DC motor. Motor driver is a little current amplifier kind of a thing. It takes low current signal and gives out high current signal, which can drive a motor. It can also control the direction of motor. So here we can use H-bridge IC like L293D or L298. Now, how it works is H-bridge can also be made with the help of transistors or MOSFETs because they both are as switches. It will be cheap, but they increase the size of the design and circuit board, which is mostly not required. So a small 16-pin IC is preferred for this purpose. Actually, the name H-bridge is derived from the shape of the switching circuit, which controls the motion of the motor. It is also known as full bridge. Basically, there are 4 switching elements. So here you can see in the figure, like 4 switching elements are there. Just see. So upper side 2 and the lower side 2, high side, left and right, and lower side left and right. So we can have a simple kind of a say operation, that is when these switches are turned on in pairs, okay, the motor changes its direction accordingly. If we switch on high side left and low side left, so you can see in the figure, one by one we can do. So high side left and low side left, the motor will rotate in forward direction as the current from power supply flows through the motor coil and goes to ground through switch low side right. Okay, you can see in the right side figure. So high side left and low side left, so plus minus through motor it will go. Okay, high side left and directly low side right, high side left, low side right. So you can see the figure, current flow when both high side left and low side right switches are turned on. So once this side and another way, like high side right and low side left. So one is clockwise and another one is anti-clockwise. In this fashion, we can do simple one. Like similarly, when we switch on low side left and high side right, the current flows in the opposite direction and motor rotates in backward direction. So this is the basic principle of or H bridge. We can also make a kind of a say truth table, like when high left, high right, low left, low right. So when high left is on, high right is off, and low left is off and low right is on. In first case, motor runs clockwise. High left is off, high right is on, low left is on, and low right is off. Motor turns anti-clockwise. So when high left and high right both are on, so one side, the circuit will not get completed, so motor stops or decelerates. Getting? And otherwise, high left and high right, both of them are off, and low left and low right, one below the other. So like that, if they are turned on, so then also motor will not start, because there will not be a complete loop, and current will not flow. So this is the simple thing, that four possible combinations, and accordingly you will get motor rotation, once clockwise and second anti-clockwise. So for this purpose, L293D, this is used. It is a 4 half H bridge driver. So this is pin out, 16 pin IC. Pin number 1 is enable, 2 is input 1, 3 is output 1, 4 is ground, 5th is also ground, 6 output 2, 7th one input 2, then VS, then 9 pin number enable 2, 10 number input 3, 11 number output 3, 12 number ground, 13 number ground, 14 number output 4, 15 number input 4, and 16 number again VSS. So this is we can see here, we can drive two DC motors by single driver, because double set is there. VSS pin is used to provide input voltage to L293D. For 8051 interface, 5 volt is given to it. The motor supply is given to VS pin of L293D. It depends upon the motor requirement, which exact motor you are using. So that motor supply is coming to enable 1 is used to enable input pair, that is in 1 into out 1 out 2, and enable 2 is used for enable input pair, that is in 3 in 4 out 3 out 4. So EN is connected to 5 volt to enable any input. Direction of motor 1 is controlled through input pins logic. IN 1 and IN 2 control motor connected, output out 1 and out 2. Direction of motor 2 is controlled through input pins logic, that is IN3 and IN4 control motor connected, output out 3 and out 4. So all ground pins should be connected to ground. This is like simple, very straightforward operation. It is a kind of a current amplifier, and having switches, inbuilt switches. So there are two frequently used drivers, L298 and L293D. Maximum output current per channel in L298 is 2 ampere. Here it is 293, it is 0.6 ampere. Peak maximum output current per channel in L298 is 3 ampere. L293D is 1 ampere. Protection diodes across motors. L298 usually it uses externally, and L293D it uses internally available diodes. So this is general interfacing. Here you can see very simple, straightforward interfacing. Like it is directly connected to PWM output out. We can give from an 8051 P2.0. Say for example, port 2 is used here, and above one switch is maintained, direction control switch. So based on close and open condition of that switch, you can have the direction change of that DC motor. Same fashion, we can connect it with CCP1 or CCP2, capture control 1 or 2, with peak controller also. So here it is with 8051. This way it is general view. So intentionally I'm showing you that there are two motors which we can connect, so that view is just shown in practice. simulation. So button 1 and button 2 both pressed, both motors rotating in opposite direction. So here you can see the motor say polarity and sorry, that like kind of a direction, just a schematic. So therefore in actual simulation you can visualize, but there also that colored dots which are appearing near the switch, and that they are indicating the status. So simple small program we can write connection wise. P2 of 8051 microcontroller is used as output port and it gives inputs to the motor driver IC. Its lower 4 pins are connected to drive two DC motors. P0 is used as an input port. Two buttons are connected to its lower two pins so that whenever we can manually start and stop the motors. Motor 1 is connected between out 1 and out 2 of L293D. Motor 2 is connected between out 3 and out 4 of L293D. 12-volt battery is used to give input to the VS for motors, and 5-volt battery is used to give input to VSS for motor driver IC. Here is a small example. Say for example, motor pin 1, motor pin 2, motor 1, pin 1 and pin 2, two pins are there. So here I have connected it to using S bit P2.0 and P2.1. Observe embedded C convention, simple style of program writing. There I have mentioned X, but usually we are using say Atmel's 51. So REG51.H header is enough. Then motor 2 pin 1 and pin 2 is connected to P2.2 and P2.3. Then S bit B1 and S bit B2 for switch purpose. So it is connected to P0.0 and P0. Now in main program, simple P2 is equal to initially 0x00 output port, and P0 is equal to 0x03. So input ports last two bits are made 1 1. So if B1 is equal to 1, that is that switch is 1, then just simple straightforward very simple logic. M1 pin 1 equal to 1 and M1 pin 2 equal to 0. So that rotates motor clockwise. Let us have delay so that we will able to realize that, otherwise it will be very fast. So gradually based on delay value we will able to realize in the simulation. If in Proteus we simulate it, then we can realize the speed of the motor. And then else if B1 equal to 0, then M1 pin 1 equal to 0 and M1 pin 2 equal to 0, it is going to stop the motor. So based on B1 connection, again there is a delay. Now if B2 is equal to 1, then M2 pin 1 equal to 0 and M2 pin 2 is equal to 1. So once we are taking care of motor 1, then we are taking care of motor 2. So here M2 pin 2 is equal to 1 is going to be responsible for rotation of the motor in anti-clockwise direction. Else if B2 equal to 0, M2 pin 1 equal to 0 and M2 pin 2 equal to 0. You can see in the program what we have done. First of all, we have taken M1 pin 1, M1 pin 2 with B1, then M1 pin 1 and M1 pin 2 for stopping clockwise, anti-clockwise and stop. So both the things with switch B1 and B2 we have carried out. And lastly, just a small little routine you can see, white delay. So INTI for I equal to 0, I less than approximately 1000 few milliseconds, I plus plus. So here you can have conventionally for 1 millisecond the calculation is 1275 into 1.085 microseconds. If we do, then approximately we get 1 millisecond. So instead of remembering that number 1275, just I have written here 1000. Okay, but as per our Bible of 8051 or peak controller, like standard textbook, which all of us refer Majidi. So the figure is there for delay 1275 delay counter with 11.059 megahertz crystal for 8051. Just for the sake to remember it, since better is to have a simple number, so I have written here 1000, but it is okay with that figure also. It works nicely and you can realize the rotary motion of the respective DC motor. So this is all about our DC motor interface with 8051. What is you have to remember? It is having only two terminals. It is not like stepper motor 4 wire and all. So only two connections, two leads, plus and minus. And significantly, general purpose applications where current rating expected from DC motor is about 25 milliampere or approximately at least 25 milliampere. So you can't directly interface with controller because controller can sync only up to 15 milliampere. So therefore you need driver there. It's a kind of a current amplifier, and with the help of edge bridge kind of internal switching, L293D or L298 kind of integrated ICs are available in the markets. Ready-made drivers are available, or otherwise you can have a combination of transistors or MOSFETs as a switching circuit in between. But better is to have ready-made IC, and you can place it in between your motor and microcontroller, and you will get good results in terms of current, in terms of smooth operation when it is loaded, and you can take care of voltage and current ratings appropriately before giving the load, and it will give you very good results. So lastly, we have seen how to write a program. Since L293D is having facility that we can connect at a time two motors, so that's why I have written a small routine which is controlling the rotation of two motors, clockwise and anti-clockwise. So this is just all about DC motor here, as far as the basic and how it is to be programmed. So that part is considered. Thank you.